Sphagnum Moss Poles. We're going to do some of that because I'm just going to give the worm farms a bit of a rest for a week. Let them do their thing, we'll come back to it. It's not like they're going anywhere. Besides, I could use the practice with my talking into the camera chops. And this is also just a really big job, and I've kind of been putting it off for ages, so thought you guys could come along for the journey. This is a Cordatum, a Philodendron HeartLeaf. It's been going really, really well. I started this off as a tiny little baby. There were 2 of them, in fact, and I got rid of one of them. Now we're left with this big one only, and it's grown with an extension pole as well. But as you can see, it's starting to outgrow the pole. So the pole finishes here, and the plant's still going. I need to do something with it. I'm not sure what that is just yet, but we're going to take off the extension pole, and I don't know. Might find a new home for it. This one, on the other hand, this is a neon pothos. Leaves are looking real big and healthy. This one went through a bit of hard times, if you can tell down the bottom here. Some damage. There's also a bit of this stuff here. Let me bring it closer. There's also a bit of this stuff and a bit of, ooh, this stuff. There's also a tiny little creature. Hello, little creature. I don't know if you can see that there. There might not be enough light. So yeah, this one copped a little bit of damage, a little bit of sun problems as well. But you know, it stayed strong and it's still growing, and I would like for that to keep happening. I'd really like for this big bad boy to have big bushy leaves. The bigger the better. And that's why I originally started this moss pole thing, because I wanted to get these really big healthy leaves, especially for the neon. I'll probably do it with some other plants, but at the moment this is what I've got. First though, we're going to work on this one. This is Philodendron Micans. It has not been super loved nor super cared for, and that is completely my fault. Long bits out here. It just never attached to the pole, and that's, well, pretty much my fault because I didn't attach it to the pole. I mean, look at this bit as well. That's pretty long. Ugh. We've also got these little bits down here. Ooh, some dead stuff. See ya. And we're just going to try and attach everything to the pole. So let's take off this Velcro up the top here and see what we're working with. See if anything's actually attached to the pole. That's cool. We can work with that much. This one, on the other hand, I think this one's just outgrown everything. So that's taller than me. That's out of frame. Let's give it a chop. Thing for you. Let's go down here. All right, so we got some props. We're going to put that in some welder real soon. Okay, I kind of also want to get rid of some of this stuff down the bottom here. I did really want this one to be a full bushy boy, but it's just not really working out that way. Great. That's a good start on that one. I really am like trying to salvage a dead horse here. It's really not looking that great. It really isn't. I've got to be honest. I'm even thinking of just like chopping it all. I mean, like, this is just a leaf that fell off. Let's chop it up. I'm over this. You can come with me. You can come with me. You're coming with me. Let's cut that one off there too. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do with this one, it has some promise, but it's really not doing that great. I think what we're going to do with this one is just turn all these props into a plant and then replant the whole thing and get those props to grow north. So anyway, thanks for sticking around for that propagation with these, and we'll come back and do something. We'll come back and do something with all of that at the end. Micans. All right, let's get into the main event here. Which one are we going to do first? The Pothos. So if you've noticed, we've also got this garden stake for stabilizing, because if you're not careful, exactly that can happen. They can get a bit top heavy, especially when you water them. It's funny because when you water them with a bottle of water, they get real top heavy first because the water hasn't had a chance to like funnel all the way down. And then what ends up happening is it never actually hits the pot. So the pot gets super light, but the moss pole is like quite top heavy. And if it's not completely upright, this one looks a little bit upright, but maybe if I turn it this way. Yeah, see, it'll just lean really quickly and easily and smash down into something. But anyway, let's not do that. But let's chop this bad boy up. Now, the other pole starts about there. So I'm going to chop about there. Let's get in for this one. There's 1, 2, and then 3. I need these because I need to cut off this cable tie. These are the cable ties that I secure the... Oh, how funny is that? They secure the moss pole to the garden stake for stability. Which is funny because when I cut them off, everything was really unstable. Oh, like this. Let's see if we can get that out. No, it doesn't want to move. Okay, that doesn't want to move. I guess it's part of the whole plant now. And this is... Oh, yeah. Great. Cool. Look at that. Awesome. So the leaves are getting pretty big. I am going to let these two go though. Make sure I get the right ones. Bit of a bummer, but whatever. Cool. So there we go. Neon Pothos. Looking good. Looking health. I'm going to have to cut off these lower leaves down the bottom. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And that's hopefully going to get us... Yeah, great. We need to get some wire. We need to attach everything. Okay, so now I'm going to dig out some of this moss, this sphagnum moss, because I'm going to make some space for... I got some sticks from the garden, and that's going to really help us with drainage, because one of the problems you can experience, the pot gets a little bit too wet because, you know, the moss is draining all the way down into the pot, and the top of the moss pole can be quite dry. So you water it, and then the water eventually filters all the way down to the pot. So you need some really, really good draining medium. You want to replace some of this sphagnum moss with, like, I got some sticks. It's hopefully going to help with drainage. I'm just going to crack off some sticks. Just going to add some of those in there. When the plant is back in its pot, it doesn't have problems with root rot. So we're just adding a bunch of these sticks in there, and they're going to help with drainage. So there's still some sphagnum moss in the front for all the roots, but then all those sticks in there are going to be held together. So the light medium for these plants is also going to help with drainage, aeration, all those good things. Where's our pot? That's going to go there. So I'm going to thread this through the pot and then try and attach that to the moss pole and then feed it through exactly like that. And inside it's going to look exactly like that. So you can see the moss pole is attached. You can offset this as well, like if you wanted just to have the plant all the way up the back. So you can offset your pole. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you what that looks like. So you can have it hard up against the pole there, or you can have it centered. I've just found that centering them sort of works well. Anyway, how good's that? Okay, cool, so let's go for the next one. Cool, we're looking good. It's all right, we can get around it. All right, that's the plant standing up perfectly straight. That's what we want. I'm gonna put it aside for the minute because we're gonna sort out our Philodendron Cordatum. I'm also going to save all this sphagnum moss. Healthy boy. I'd like to do this with like the variegated Cordatums as well. That'd be cool. Okay, so we've also got these little... I had this great idea to have these little like privacy shade cover sticks. I'm not really sure if it's still a great idea, but at the time it was a great idea. It was aesthetically pleasing, but I've not been able to maintain them, so not really sure what that's going to look like moving forward. But our crossover for this plant is around here. So this one's going to be there. Next one's going to be there. Next one's going to be here. That one's going to be there. I feel like this privacy shade cover stuff is actually helping with stability. Oh yeah, something ripped. Great. So that one's good. This one might go on the Facebook Marketplace. It's still got a little bit of room to grow up the top there, but it's pretty appealing. Here's the other one. This one's starting to outgrow its moss pole. Might even let this one go as well. I mean, I do love a Cordatum. I actually enjoy them more than golden Pothos or a devil's ivy or whatever you want to call them. And I got some twigs and I need some drainage. So I'm going to do that. That's good. Yeah, some thicker, bigger boys. Cool, all right, that's looking pretty good. Bunch of sticks in there. All right, cool, that seems to be done. Let's see if it stands on its own. It stands on its own. Excellent. I just did a video on TikTok about medium. So this is actually quite a really light mix. Heaps of bark, some castings, some potting mix, and a lot of perlite. So I think this is going to be a really, really good mix to go in with everything. So let's get that done. Just so you can see whether there is much to see. That's all excellent, that's all great. Give it a tap. What you'll notice, if we have a quick look in there, is that it's not completely full. Cool, and then we just want to make sure it stands on its own. Great, I've really got this nice little sunlight thing going on over here. Let's get our big, healthy neon pothos. But that's great, it's standing on its own. So they're both very light. It's about to rain, I think, today. So I'm just going to leave these out here. If you're in the Brisbane Vegas area, you might very well soon see this up online. You can take it home, you can look after it. You might also see this one. But yeah, you might see that online, or I might do something with it, who knows. These things, you know, it might kick back. There's heaps of grow points here, so it might actually kick off and become the biggest boy in all the land. Anyway, it's me, you legends. Thanks again for watching. YouTube, like, subscribe, do all of those things. It's an absolute pleasure having you around. I hope you're enjoying the stuff. Drop me a comment if there's something that you want to see, or just drop me a comment if you want to make some friends in the comments. That's me. Thank you. Bye. Micans. I had some Micans that were killing it. I repot them and I've ruined everything. I think it's because I'm a bad person. I'm breaking dishes up in here all night. Breaking dishes, breaking. She must have been pretty upset. All Greek. Philodendron Micans, and there's also a Cordatum prop shelf.